When Lainey was born, we learned she was deaf. She went on to also miss every milestone and develop an entire list of diagnoses. I remember in those first few years reaching for any information I could find to help her, and if I'm being honest, to help myself. Lainey was 2 years old when I went to my first advisory board meeting. I remember seeing just professionals and thinking to myself, what am I doing here? I don't belong. We started introducing ourselves. Everyone was giving their titles. My turn came, and all I could say was, I'm just a mom. Someone stopped me and said, you are the most important person here. You and your child are the reason we are here. You are not just a mom. That moment changed things for me. I realized then that if Lainey was going to make it in this world, that I would need to be so much more than just a mom. Lainey is profoundly deaf, and she communicates solely in American Sign Language. Not only did I have to be chauffeur, physical therapist, nurse, and teacher, I also had to be her interpreter everywhere we went. She needed me to literally be her voice. I was her voice when she needed an interpreter at school, and they refused to give her one. And when I spent hours researching to find any resource that may help and inform the educational professionals what we needed to do instead of the other way around. I was her voice when the doctors wouldn't give her a chance or provide her the access she needs to communicate. And I was also her voice when they told us all of the things she will never be able to do. I was her voice when she was finally diagnosed and there were no more answers than what we had before. And when I had to be the one to find others like her and educate the doctors about her extremely rare genetic mutations. I was her voice when kids at school mocked her for being different, and when no one else at family gatherings could talk with her. I was her voice when she was denied the medical equipment she needed, and when she was so sick she couldn't even lift her head as I carried her into the hospital looking for help. For 12 years, I have been her voice. And now, I'm helping her to find her own voice. Lainey is doing so much more than we ever dreamed possible. She is finding her voice more every day. She found her voice when she told us how lonely she is in a school full of hearing children, and when she told us that she wishes she had a deaf family so she isn't the only one. She found her voice when she told the school she wants to be involved in activities and made sure she had access on her own to participate. And when she showcased her language for a national pageant and proudly signed on stage. She found her voice when she proved those doctors wrong. And when she finally learned how to write and she used that to communicate with friends on her own. And she definitely found her voice when she made it very clear to her younger siblings how she feels about them taking her things. She is still finding her voice. The reality is that I will not always be here. Being her voice has been my job for 12 years. It's not easy, giving up your job. I needed her as much as she needed me. We are working together to help her find her voice, her independence, and her place in this world. Finding your voice in a world that speaks a different language is a difficult task with many obstacles, but I can't wait to find out all the amazing things she has to say for herself.